Now to today's professionals. Here to weigh in on the hot topics of the day, Star Jones, Donnie Deutsch, and sitting in for Dr. Nancy this morning, talk show host and author Wendy Williams. Hi, Wendy. Good to have you here.
Hello, Matt.
That's nice to have you all here. Let's get right to this one. We've talked on this show about 3D printers, these amazing technological devices, allows you to make objects in plastic. Well, here's the downside. Now, apparently, someone has perfected making a gun, a plastic gun that cannot be detected by most security systems with one of these 3D printers. A 25-year-old law school student named Cody Wilson says he may release the details of how to do this soon. What do we do about it?
Donnie, I know that this was concerning you, but legally, you say to yourself, I'm not sure how much we can do about it at this point, other than really step up our efforts at gun control, but more importantly, the behind the scenes of it. You're not going to...
This gets around gun control.
Well, it actually, if you make the behavior, the penalty for the behavior, the possession of a gun, no matter how it's manufactured,
but
much more
by the time they get on the plane and kill us all, I mean, TSA is going to be horrible. This is horrible. It's like the process of making this gun is ahead of the gun laws.
Oh, well, the gun laws are so much behind every part of society.
Yeah, but what do you crack down on? You crack down on the technology, you crack down on a guy like this who might release this information.
Well, what about the place that's going to sell it? Who's going to sell it? I was reading it's going to only be $1,200 at...
Well, the printers can be bought for as little as $500. You can get these plans. You can buy one of these printers and do this at home.
The problem, and this is one instance, I've talked a lot about it. I don't want to sound like a broken record. Technology equals terrorism, and there is such a dark underbelly to every advancement in technology, and I don't think we have a fence to catch up with it.
We don't.
I worry for my children going into the future that technology is getting ahead of prevention, and we can't catch up to it.
This seems to be a good example. Let's move on. Governor Chris Christie of New Jersey revealing yesterday that he had lap band surgery for a weight problem. He had it 2.5 months ago and kept it secret until yesterday. How do we feel about, first, the fact that he kept it secret and private?
Good for him. In my opinion, something like that, and Star, you would know better, but something like that needs a moment before you're sure that you came through it with flying colors.
That you're going to be successful at it.
Right.
And also that you're not going to slip back into your old behaviors. Governor Christie has estimated that he's now lost maybe 40 pounds or so. He's added years to his life already. He's staved off stroke. He has changed the trajectory for heart disease. This man has taken control of his health. He should be admired for it.
And he's able to live for his kids.
The image side of this, Donnie, how does it impact the way people feel about him, especially with a potential run for president in 2016?
Great question. Obviously, for health reasons, he did the right thing. I actually think his weight is part of his brand. You know, he's pugilistic, he's in your face. And I wonder that a very slimmed down Christie, does he have that same presence? It's part of his...
He's got the same mind, though.
No,
He's got the
I didn't say that. I didn't say that.
I get what he's saying.
And it's interesting. I have a friend that had that surgery, and he said, although he feels better and looks... He felt like, and I think particularly with this man, it is part of his gestalt. Obviously, please, I don't want the letters. It's a wonderful thing he did.
Oh, yes,
and I also
agree.
don't think it's private, just like if obesity is a disease, cancer, diabetes, I think it is open to the public.
Well, and he's also not tall. I didn't realize that he's like 5'9", 5'8". So he'll be a small man who's a thin man, and now he's just a random man in the room.
No, he's not a random man.
So. I know him. He's going to have swagger no matter whether he's 100 pounds heavier or lighter.
And he's got to get out of his head that what gave him swagger was being a fat dude. What gave him swagger was his policies, his principle, the man that he is.
All right, let's go on to the last topic here. This one's a little unusual for me, all right? I'm going to show you a videotape. This is a 12-year-old named Jeremy Drew out in Las Vegas. He confronts a police officer who's just gone into a convenience store to buy a drink, but who parked his motorcycle on the sidewalk. Jeremy Drew grabs a camera and confronts him. Take a look at this.
Is there a reason for you to park on the sidewalk? Is it like an emergency or anything?
Because I can.
Oh. Can I see your badge number?
Why?
Because I have the right to.
You do, huh?
Yeah.
What are you, junior lawyer?
No, I just want to see your badge number.
All right. I don't have a question. I just want you to react to what you're seeing. How do you feel about it?
That was my child. If they're in 7th grade, they're punished to college. They don't leave it. I think that is a demonstration of an entitled young generation with no respect. I know I sound like the crusty old man.
But he was parking on the sidewalk.
I don't care. That's a police officer and that's a child. And to me, that is just an obnoxious, entitled child.
If he was black and 12 like my son, he would have been maced.
Well, you actually tell black children to be respectful of police.
Respectful. Take your hands out of your pocket.
And
take
look
your
people
hoods
in the eye.
off.
So y'all don't have to deal with that.
Dad, come on.
Look into your crystal ball. What is what's his name? What is Jeremy Drew going to be doing in 10 years?
He's going to be the WikiLeaks founder. Okay.
Oh boy,
Donnie,
I don't know how you see it in the world. My goodness.
All right, Star Jones, Donnie Deutsch, Wendy. Good to have you.
Thank you, Matt.